Hi everyone, it's Monica. Welcome back to my channel, Mon's Paper Crafts, where each week I bring you a new project. And this week's project, I've decided we're going to make these cute earrings from shrink plastic. You might remember doing those as a kid. You can either use the oven or a heat tool, which is what we're going to be using. So I'm going to turn the camera around and we'll get to it. So these are the cute little shrink plastic earrings that we're going to make today, and I'll quickly go through the supplies that we need, and as usual I'll be posting them below for you. So just see if you can see them. They're really fun to make. Kids can make them, you just have to supervise them when you're putting them in the oven or using a heat tool. So I'll put those aside. So what we will need, of course, is some Poli Shrink plastic. So I did buy these on eBay, I think it was. Your craft store may have them, your arts and crafts store, but it's Poli Shrink, then that's what you need. And it does give you the instructions on the back on how to use it for your baking and using the heat tool. The ink you want to use, or what I used, was the Staz-On. It's a black one. And to colour in, you use permanent markers. So I bought these Sharpie markers from Kmart, and I think they're only $2 for all of these colours, so I thought that wasn't a bad deal. And the stamp set I used to make these was the painted glass, and I used this circle here. So it was a good size. You want something that's a good size because it does shrink quite a bit, and being able to, hole punch it. So something like the little bird would not be ideal. You need a decent sized stamp. And this is what it looks like, so you can see roughly how big that is. And what else you will need is for this particular one, it's a 2-inch circle punch. You'll need a hole punch for the earring bits. And these earring bits here, you can buy them from Spotlight or eBay. Most places you can buy them, so they just look like that. They already come with all the rings on them. And just put that aside. And to put them on, I just bought these little pliers. They were only from the $2 shop. So you just need 2 little pliers, and I'll show you how to put the rings on. And then I have my stamping mat and a little piece of baking paper, non-stick baking paper, just to use the heat gun on. So we'll get started and put that away. So what I've done, the colouring in takes me a little bit of time, so I've done one here that's half coloured in, and I'll just show you how I stamp the image on. So with a large stamp, I always take my ink pad to the stamp. Give it a good ink, and you want to put it around there. You don't want to wiggle it, you want to press quite firmly and then lift straight up so you get a clean image. So I'm going to show you how I'll finish colouring those in. I'll try and make them the same colour. I found that if you don't colour the whole lot in, it tends to be, you get a much nicer image, because once it's dried, it doesn't smudge off. So you just got to be careful that you don't put your hands all over it. And the ink doesn't dry until you've actually shrunk the plastic. So you just got to be careful, especially with light colours, that you go in the lines as best you can. I know the colour's a little bit different there. And I think I used some yellow. I've only just done a little bit just to show you, because you don't need to watch me how I colour the whole lot in. Now I did try it with the greens and the blues, and when I shrank the plastic, it just looked like a black, mostly black. You couldn't see the colours, so I've worked out that the brighter colours are much nicer. They turn out much nicer. You can also get these, they come in pastels, so I'm going to try the pastel ones. I haven't tried those. And my cat's crying because she wants to go out. And I think that's all I'm going to do for that one. Just excuse me, I'm just going to let my cat out. Okay, she's gone now. Okay, so it's all we do with that. So then we will punch that out with the 2-inch punch. And it's got just the tiniest white border, not much at all. And then what I'll do is I'll get the hole punch, and I'm going to punch it in one of those flowers because you don't want it too close to the edge. Oh, and you also need, comes in handy, one of these skewers, these timber skewers, wooden skewers. Just push that out. Going to close my ink up because I've already stuck my finger in that. And we just bring the grease-proof paper. And I'm just going to get my heat gun. I'm just going to warm it up for a second. Sorry, it is a bit noisy. So all I'm going to do is just hold it lightly with my skewer, and you'll see it will curl up and go in all sorts of funny shapes, but it will straighten out. So just leave the gun onto it. And again, you can also put this in the oven. Okay. And while it's still warm, I just get the block and I just, whoops, flatten it. And there we go, it's still quite warm. So it's gone into a slightly different shape. The colours are basically the same, but once you get the earring bit in, it's fine. So now all we have to do now is just get the earring bit here, and we'll get our little pliers. Now when you open these rings, you want to open them opposite directions. You don't want to open them in the width. And I'm going to show you once I get a grip. So I've got the opening there, so you want to open them that way. You don't want to go that way because you'll bend it out of shape. And then what we'll do then is pop that in there. I just need to open that a little bit more. And then to close it up, you just grab the ends and you just bring them to the close. And there you have your earring. These go perfect with the little box straw. If you saw that video that I made I'll link the video on making the jewellery box straw. And with these little cardboard fashion jewellery, I just bought those also on eBay. You can buy them in the black and the white. They look very professional when you're giving them as a little gift. So there we go. I'm just going to make that one. You can always rewind the video, and you can, like I said, obviously the lighter colours are much better, and any large stamp that you have is suitable to make earrings. And you can also buy the little rings, Spotlight has them, and buy a chain and turn it into a necklace, and then you can have a 3-piece set. So you can, whoops, you can also put that into a necklace as well. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I will be back next week with another one, and I hope you have a fabulous week. And until then, take care, and I'll see you then. Whoops, I'll turn that around. Okay, bye for now.